friends, I'm Juani, and welcome to Juani's house, and welcome to But First Coffee. So, guys, today's topic I changed because I just really had to think about what I wanted to say, and and it's not bad. It was really the video, and my topic was actually about um the parade that we had with the president this past, when it was yesterday, so Sunday. And so I was ready and gonna be like, okay, that's gonna be my topic. And it was about, you know, no compassion, no empathy, no sympathy, no empathy, but I want a parade. Something like that. And I was like, you know what? This whole thing just really got me feeling a certain kind of way again. And so I was like, you know what, Wani? We're gonna flip this. We're gonna flip this because now we're gonna talk about what you're dealing with. And so I want to see how you guys are coping now with telecommuting. If you guys are telecommuting, or if you're working from home and you go in one day, how is that working for you now? In your industry, do you think this is going to be like the new normal? So, in my industry, you guys know I work for a university, and we are fortunate enough to be able to work from home. And with that being said, we go in once a week, and everyone has a different day. So it's in my building, I am there with three other people, and we're just in our space. And we might run into each other going into the restroom. I do have one of my counterparts, and she'll come to my office or I'll go to her office, but we're sitting apart. We have on our mask, and we both have our windows open. So, and I'm wondering, how are you guys dealing with this now? So, I do better. I do like telecommuting. I do love working from home, and you guys know that I worked from home a certain amount of days prior to COVID. And so now that I work from home 4 of the 5 days, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Now, I do miss my counterparts and my coworkers, and leaving my building, I might go to our other building, and sit and talk with some of our coworkers. I miss having the events that I normally have, because now I have been enthralled in the world of virtual events. And guys, I had my first virtual event last week, and it was a success. I was very happy with it, and it turned out really well. Now, of course, I did not have the draw that I normally would have when I have my events, and I'm usually expecting about 200 to 250 people. But the amount of people that we got, considering, I was okay with, because no one had to log on. So it was good. But I do say I missed the not the companionship, but the camaraderie with my counterparts. I miss going back and forth with my supervisor, although we have our Zoom staff meetings, and then we have our Zoom section meetings. It's not the same, but when we are on our calls, it is a lot of fun. Mr. B is like, "Are you working?" You guys laugh more than sound like you guys are working, because that is just how my department is. And yeah, so some people who I have not seen in my unit since our last day was March 18th. That was the last day that I saw a lot of my the people in my unit. And when I see one of the other people walking down the hall, it's so great to see them up and that they're okay. So, being at my school, most of the classes are virtual. They do have some on psych classes, but not many. And the halls are empty. It is very empty. You might run into somebody, like I said, in the restroom, but it is empty. And so when I'm there, normally I have everything that I need in my office. I have a refrigerator. No, I have a microwave. I don't have a refrigerator. I have a microwave. Um, I'll bring my tablet, I do my work, and I just sit and listen to the radio. I might listen to the TV or something in the background, or have something in my ear playing. So, but it's pretty much like I am here when I'm at home, because when I'm at home, I'm back here in my office area, and I'm pretty much isolated. Now, although Mr. B might be somewhere in the house or around, he pretty much just leave me to myself, because I'm either on a Zoom call. In the beginning of the pandemic, I had an abundance of workshops to take and Zoom calls, and trying to figure out how to do this new virtual thing with the virtual events and taking all of these workshops. It was crazy. So now that all that has kind of calmed down, and we're slowly easing back into work, it's still strange. Now, I know that there are a lot of companies that realize that their people can work from home, and they're saving money that way. They're saving money because they don't have to pay for the office space. If they're renting the space and there's in some type of building, they don't have to pay for the office space. They can or they can sublet that space out and get revenue. For us, we are our department is sort of small, and it's probably a total of like 80 of us compared to some of the other departments. And yeah, but they're bringing on new people. They're running out of space, so it might be feasible. It might be better just to have us working from home permanently, and maybe just coming in once a week, and we might have to share the space, but none of us come in on the same day. I don't foresee that happening to my department, thank God, knock on wood, because I love my space and I love not having to share with anybody. And I also like that I close my door and I don't have to be bothered. And but yeah, that's another thing about this whole pandemic, is that it really isolates you. And sometimes that can be lonely. My first day there, us going back, it was very, very lonely. It was very lonely. But like I said, now I have gotten used to it. I still think I get a little riled up, not when I'm going, but on my way home. I feel a certain kind of way, and I get a little antsy. So you will always see me on a Tuesday coming home, taking my clothes off, throwing them in the shower, throwing them in the washer, and me taking a bath with a glass of wine. That is my Woosah moment. How are you guys doing? Do you have something like that you do when you come home? Do you go into the office every day? Are you back to your normal schedule? Are you telecommuting? Do you have to go in one day, or are you just home? Period. And I'm also curious as to how is the industry. What industry are you in, and how has this pandemic affected your industry and your work schedule? Are you in one of those industries where you will probably be working from home for the duration? Because I have a girlfriend who's in HR. I'm sorry, I heard something. I have a girlfriend who's in HR, and she's going to be working from home. Her her unit is just going to be working from home. They realized that they didn't need them there. They can do what they need them to do virtually. And there are a lot of other industries that I know that will probably be going that way also, which is why Mr. B's industry is suffering, because people aren't going back into the workplace. And so all these different contracts that they had for these supplies and coffee and things like that, they don't need them. They're saving money, and we don't even want to talk about all of the layoffs that are happening and have happened, and companies realizing that they lost money during that time that we were shut down, and they're trying to recoup it somehow. And how they're recouping it by not having to pay benefits, or they're offering, they figure if they could cut their losses, if they can get a lot of their people to go ahead and early retire. They offered that in at my employer also. You could, if you had the time and you wanted to, you could retire early. And but I'm not there. I'm not there. But yeah, so they had like different options for everyone to take. So I am just interested to know, how are you coping? How are you doing it? Did you have to go out and buy new office furniture? Did you have to buy a desk? If you had to buy a desk, I know at one time they were scarce and you could not find a desk anywhere. So did you have to buy a desk? Did you buy a desk chair? And if you did, you can get claim all that stuff on your tax return. So you had to come up and get printers and things like that. Yes, claim that. Yes, because now you have an office at home. So yes, so that's it, guys. I was like, you know what? Let's talk about something else, because every day we are dealing with these issues with our country. And some kind of way we need to get our minds off of that. I tell you, I have not watched CNN, MSNBC, the nightly news as much as I have these past 4 years, because your girl has not been able to rest. Not been able to rest. But that's okay, because in the end of the day, God is still good and he's still able. And as long as he continues to breathe breath into our bodies, we will continue to move on and push forward. All right, guys, so I'm going to end this video. If you are new to Juani's house, hi, I'm Juani. And if you like my video today, this is But First Coffee, and on Wednesdays, I just talk about whatever. I'll talk about something funny. I might talk about a special event. I'll talk about whatever's going on with me. And yeah, so that's what I do on Wednesdays. And then on Mondays and Fridays, you get something home decor. But this month, I am participating in Vlogtober. So every day in the month of October, I will be uploading a video. So if you like anything that I said, guys, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Matter of fact, hit it twice. And then come on over, and if you have Instagram, come on over and follow me on my Instagram. You can follow me over there at Juani's house, and I'll put it right here. Hit that follow button, and then you will be in the know as to what is to come over here at Juani's house. All right, guys, I'm about to go, but before I do, you know what I always say. The next time you're in town, you can always stop by Juani's house, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.